Okay. So for the 18-electron rule as a guide, so you need to find the number of carbonyl ligands attached to the following metals: tungsten, rhodium, and ruthenium. Okay, so I'll stop sharing and you can now share your freehand screen. Ayan, kita ko naman na siya. Oop. Yan, there. So you can now play
Expand.
number 2. Lagyan ko ng number 2 din dito. Number 2. Number 2, pero it's still party. Okay, go ahead.
Parang lagi po ngayon. Why?
Ay, hindi ko alam. Pero sa on my end, okay naman siya.
Okay lang, okay lang, okay lang.
Hindi, lagi na siya.
Sumusulit naman siya.
Hindi siya sumusunod na maigi. Bakit dati okay lang?
Pangit talaga yung sulat mo eh. Ako, tinan mo. Ako
Hindi,
magsusulat.
kahit hindi rin sa tama mag...
Tingnan mo kung ano, kung low bat.
Hindi ko maan yung zero.
Let me see. Huwag mo siyang patungan ng iba.
Yeah. What you need to do here is analyze if what will be the charge of your metals first.
Ay, naglo-low-bat na. Nagre-red. Kaya pala.
Ayan, sa akin okay naman siya. Like,
Ay,
kita mo, Josh, kunwari yung mga sinusulat ko, kunwari.
Then, low-bat sir ito ano eh. Itong
Okay.
writing tablet. Check mo
Sige, sige po, sir.
Ibig sabihin, ano na siya, low-bat. So, no, I think,
Pangit pa rin.
hindi, mag-ano muna siya, mag-charge muna siya.
Importante dito yung mag-drawing kaya ano ko.
Yes.
Bro? Saan?
Gusto mo lagay ko dito?
Magsulat. Auto-correct niya, hindi naman yun yung ano ko.
Anyari na. What happened? It's still not working.
Ay, sulat lang maigi. Bakit? Why? Ba't kanina? Ba't last time okay naman?
One by one. First, may mga wire.
Oh, while waiting, tingin mo paano mo siya masosolve?
Wala eh. Ganun
Nag-slide.
talaga eh.
Patingin ulit.
Sige. Yan, try mo. Oop.
Kasi sir, itong Zoom, para
Mhm.
kasi sa Microsoft Teams, wala siyang problema eh. Itong Zoom, kahit na kami nagre-record, magre-record, okay last time eh, pero there are times na hindi kami kunyari nagre-record lang kami para video namin.
Kaya po mag-share.
Sige.
Oo,
Ako na lang mag-share.
baka nga.
Sige, try mo lang. Try mo nga kung makakapagsulat ka na, Josh, ng mas maayos.
Mga na.
There.
Ayun. Okay ba?
Hindi nga ba eh. Abo.
Better?
Better.
Better. Okay, good. Pero can you now see my screen?
Abo. Ayan. Ito mo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Ayun.
At least it's decent.
Hindi, tsaka, na-charge na siya.
Feeling ko din yung charging nung nung device.
Yes.
Hindi, okay naman yung ano.
Hindi kanina, Josh. Low bat siya eh. Ako kahit nasa pagkalubat, may gagaling talaga sa parang dumudulas.
Okay, and then you have the, okay, good. Can you still see my screen, Josh?
Abo.
Can you still see my screen? Okay. Yung Envision pa rin?
Ayan. Pero parang lagi po sa inyo. Hindi po nag-show up yung sunod. Ayun.
Okay naman, Josh. Perfect yan.
Tawag yata po sa mga tong compounds. Piano stool compounds.
Ang carbonyl laging yan favorite ligand dyan eh. Carbon monoxide. Madali din kasi siya ma-replace eh. Okay, so rhodium naman this time. Can you check, Josh, if you can still see my screen?
Abo.
Yung Envision pa rin?
Abo, pero matagal yung delay.
Oo nga eh. So, hindi ko alam baka sa akin naman yung... Anyway, sige, go ahead lang.
Punta po sa B. 3 electrons lang eh. Impossible na magkakaroon ng CO.
Sa letter B?
3
Oh,
electrons.
double check mo.
Sige, rhodium 0 na. Kasi yung cobalt, meron na siyang pianos dun na ganito. Pero dalawa. Cobalt is above rhodium. So siguro dalawa. Pero why is there only 3 electrons available? Hindi naman po charged yung compound.
We'll see. Ayan yung sinabi ko sa'yo na kapag mga nakaganyan, yung eta 5, eta 6, usually kung ano na yung number dyan, yun na rin yung mismong ano nila, Josh, electron count.
Bakit po 5 yung sun?
Yeah, eta 6, eta 5, yan yung mga ano eh. Matik yan na ganyan yung ano nila, magiging electron count.
Mila mo.
Done?
Ngabo.
Okay, let's check your answer now. Ayan. So we're good. For CO for each ruthenium. Okay. Check muna natin ha. So for number 1, so you have tungsten there. So tungsten is neutral, di ba? So neutral yung tungsten mo dyan. Kasi si benzene naman ay walang charge. And then you only have one benzene ring. So C6H6. And then si tungsten ay group number, anong group number si tungsten sa periodic table, Josh? D what?
5.
D5?
By 4.
Okay, good. D4. So automatic, 6 electrons yung magiging count mo dyan. And then, if you total the number of electrons, you'll have 12 electrons. Ayan. So nakikita yung sinusulat ko, Josh? Or yung highlight ko? Ayan, 12 electrons na siya. So ngayon, since we're following the 18 electron rule, so to make this one 18, you're lacking with 6 electrons. So ang shortcut nito, each carbonyl ligand will contribute 2. So just divided with 2, you'll get the number of carbonyl ligands already. So ito siya. So yan. So this one is correct. So 1 point ka na dyan. Next, how about rhodium? So rhodium this time, you have the cyclopentadienyl anion. So, feeling ko pwedeng cyclopentadienyl lang yata to. Hindi siya anion, Josh, no? Pero, kaya siya 5 lang. Eta 5. Pero alam ko ang eta 5 ay counting niya rin ay 6. Pero ang shortcut nga dito, Josh, kapag makita mo na yung mga eta na symbol, whatever number is written there, it's automatically their electron count. Okay, so rhodium atom, this is also neutral in your complex. Pero anong D group si rhodium? Anong D group siya, Josh?
Cobalt, 7.
D7, but you still, since this one has a 0 charge or neutral siya, so you still have the 2 electrons no, ng S. So you'll have total of 9. Very good, 9 electrons siya. So therefore, if the cyclopentadienyl will contribute 5, you'll have 14. So to make this one 18, you need to have 4 electrons. So shortcut, divide mo lang din yan sa 2, you'll have 2 carbonyl. So in fact, 1 point lang din pala to, tutuloy. So, number 2, 1 point, or letter B. In fact, this one is also a catalyst. Actually, itong mga to, Josh, yung tungsten and rhodium na merong cyclopentadienyl and benzene, mga catalyst din yan sila. And then, can you explain to me number 3 this time? Sige, ikaw mag-explain ng number 3. Bakit ganyan yung sagot mo for number 3?
Kung ano po, kung ganyan, diretso lang yung ruthenium.
Linear. Let's start first with linear.
Even yung mga bands na.
How uneven?
Yung parang ano nga pa, parang methyl, sort of.
So wait, what will be, if it's linear, you'll have 3 ruthenium atoms, right? Yung katulad nito. Tama to, 1, 2, and then 3. So when you say uneven, ano yung uneven dyan? Yan. So, di ba you're lining up the 3 ruthenium metals? So, bakit uneven sila yung sinabi mo? Ano ba muna yung yung shape ni ruthenium? What is the ideal shape?
Octahedral.
Okay, octahedral. Yun yung ideal shape mo. Pero, I'm seeing here trigonal bipyramidal dun sa ends na ruthenium, dun sa mga edge, no? Yung terminal ruthenium atoms. Then si central ruthenium atom, siya lang yung octahedral. Well, anyway, regardless, bakit hindi siya yung ideal?
Bin nga po. Hindi pipiliin ng ruthenium yung ganun, na structure niya.
Hindi pipiliin. Bakit siya hindi pipiliin? Oh, what happened?
Kaya hindi naman po itong structure na to parang cyclopropene na it will favor itself. It will favor the
Mhm.
yung natural structure. So why not instead of yung ganito po?
Oh, nawala ang freehand natin. Hindi, bakit hindi muna yung linear? Yun yung pinakamahalaga dyan eh. Bakit hindi siya linear? Kasi yun yung kailangan nating maano dyan eh. Why it's not linear?
Ayun yung ano po, yung middle na ruthenium, it can get wait. Kaya pa rin po ng octahedral din eh.
Pero syempre yung answer, dahil 18 electron rule to Josh, the answer of course lies as well sa 18 electron rule. Yun yung pinakaano mo dyan. Clue mo. Sige, go ahead. Give me an explanation for this.
CO pa rin
Kasi,
yung...
kasi you have the idea eh. Very good, no? You have either the 3 ruthenium atoms lining up together, no, all together, while the other one, you have your 3 ruthenium atoms or 3 ruthenium metallic atoms forming a triangle. So meron kang triangular dyan na species, no? So bakit kaya ganyan? Yeah, carbonyl and then another carbonyl. Yeah, gets naman kita dyan. Yan. Bakit hindi pwede yung sa linear ruthenium atoms? That's my problem there eh.
Yung sa maximum sa end. Kasi octahedral nga, maximum 5 carbonyl.
Okay. So if it's yung sa end kapag naka-4 siya, ilan na yung magiging ano mo? Ilan na yung magiging electron rule?
17.
17. Tapos yung nakalinear?
Aba, yung sa end. Kung 4 carbonyl.
4 carbonyl. So ilan na lahat yun? 17.
Kung 5 carbonyl naman sa sobra, 19.
Okay, good. Yun. So kung 5 carbonyls naman siya magna-19. So it will not fit the concept of your, of your 18 electron rule. Good yun. Okay, next. So ngayon, pag triangular mo siya, what will happen?
Octahedral sila lahat na naka-something. But I don't know how to call it. Sort of fused octahedron?
Yeah, or triangular, fused triangular octahedron. So it's like 3 octahedron connected all together, forming a triangle, no? Ayan, yan siya. Tama.
Okay, wait. So ito, and then ito.
That pala hindi.
And then ito. Bro, weird. Parang something. Hindi ko po ma-imagine. Anyway, tagun. CO, 8. Mag-18 electron volt po yung bawat isa.
Correct. So, with the triangular one, kasi di ba either pag nakalinear ka, pag 4 lang yung carbonyl mo, 17 yung ends mo ng ruthenium. So, may problem ka doon, kulang ka ng isang electron. Kapag naka-5 mo naman siya, magiging 19. So, it will not fit the 18 electron rule. So, why not make it triangular? So, in fact, ito ang sagot. Okay, correct. So, ayan, nakuha mo siya, no? So, this one is a correct, this one is the correct structure for this complex. Yung
so,
tatlong ruthenium.
We must release po this into the atmosphere.
Why?
Para yung carbon monoxide po.
Okay. Pero alam mo, if this one is attaching itself sa carbon monoxide, may possibility din na pwede niyang i-attach yung sarili niya sa carbon dioxide, no? So, pwede rin to, no? Carbon capture nga tong mga to eh, kasi
Bro,
they can form bonds so with carbonyl. Pero ang problem mo kasi diyan, paano mo i-reduce yung carbonyl? Kasi CO pa siya, no? Make it into CH something na group. Okay? So ayan. So far we're done with part E. So 18 items and Josh, 17 ang nakuha mo. Not bad, no? This is 17 over 18 for part E. Wow. Oh, wow. This is a really good score. I'm really happy with your score.
And then I will have
Dahil,
already bad score. Anyway.
Kuha mo naman yung buong 18 electron rule. Though the 18 electron rule is talaga, no, what do you call this? Din siya, isa siyang conceptual na topic. So we'll now move on with part F. So ayan, last na tayo na part, no? So before that, let me share first yung part F, no? Ayan. Ito yung part F natin, Josh. So for part F, so hopefully nasagutan mo na yung iba, no? Or nasagutan mo na yung 1 to 7. So medyo mahaba-haba pa din to. Ayan. For number 1, you need to sketch here the energy diagram of the following complexes.
Gawin muna natin po yung after number 1 and number 2.
After number 1, number 2.
3 to 7.
Pwede natin pagsamahin yung 1 at saka 2 already. Parang ganito siya, Josh. Sa kada complex na ibibigay mo, ito yung hinahanap pa. Number 1, yung diagram. Yung energy diagram or splitting diagram. Kumbaga, yan yung clue mo, ha? So, basta mabasa mo na itong energy diagram.
Kaya po yung buong ligand, may ligand, o kaya yung ganun lang.
yung lang, yung focus lang sa D metals or sa D orbitals.
Kala ko po sa Kala ko bang
may ligands pa. Hindi, mag-LFT tayo nun. So, okay lang yon. Sa mismong metals lang tayo magpo-focus. Diagram, tapos number of unpaired electrons.
Save po ako from torture.
Yeah. So, kapag pag nag-advance tayo na in-org, yun na yung may mga LFT talaga. Number of unpaired electrons, tsaka LFSE. Though may LFSE ka dito, no? Ang LFSE ay yung mga multiples ng delta O or delta T kung ano yung applicable.
12 point something delta O.
Yes, correct. So, ngayon, after nyan, pwede mo na rin computein yung magnetic moment. Magnetic moment is yung micro.
Yung po, hindi ko pa po natapos yung kasi yung may ligands hanggang B lang. So,
okay lang yan, check natin. Hanggang micro. Okay? So, with that, I think I can stop sharing and then pwede ka na ulit mag-share nung, ako pala mag-share nung ng ating, this one. Part F na tayo. So for part F, 4 ang hinahanap mo. Combine na natin, ha, number 1 to number 2. So you have 5 complexes there. You need to draw the energy diagram, the number of unpaired electrons, predict the number of unpaired electrons, predict the LFSE or ligand field stabilization energy as multiples of delta O or delta T or depende dun sa binigay. And then classify, no? Parang hindi naman na dito sinabi na classify kung strong field or weak field ligand eh. Just calculate the delta O or delta T. You can decide there later kung siya. Strong field or weak field ligand, yung naka-attach dun sa metal. And then, you need to calculate the magnetic moment as well or the micro S na tinatawag. Sige, go ahead, Josh. Let's start first with letter A. Letter A muna. Para yun yung magiging pattern mo.
Muna yung
there you go. Can you now see my screen, Josh?
Ayan, abo.
Okay, good. And letter A lang muna ha, para yan yung magiging pattern natin for the rest of the complexes.
Wait lang, so periodic table. Fe. D6. Ay, bro. Octahedral. Okay, we filled na. 1, 2, 3, 6. Lagi na naman. D6 week.
There you go.
Bro? Okay, lagi na naman. What could be the problem?
There, ayan. So, yan yung mga hinahanap ko.
Ilang po task manager? There must be something.
Hi, Kuya Jang. You're going to sleep. Just continue.
Yan. Microsoft Teams.
What?
Yung Teams po nagko-consume siya ng data.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Ano nabawasan?
-2/5.
Okay. B.
Can you make this one, Josh, na naka-decimal places? Yan, kunwari yung micro-S mo, tsaka yung LFSE.
Imagine using imagine using decimals. Nasanay po sa natag ng math.
Mm. Or, ano yan?
Tingnan ko.
Ang A natin ay FeOH2, ano no? OH, hexa aqua iron. Correct?
Aba.
Mm-hmm. Bago ka magpunta ng B, checkan muna natin. Checkan muna natin yan. Final answer na to?
D6. D6 iron, tapos ng weak field.
Mm-hmm. Sige, let's analyze. So, for letter A, you have here 6 iron 2 plus to, right?
Aba.
Binigay. Okay, good. So, hexa aqua iron 2. Okay? So, with this, ang D-splitting nito, ano muna ang iron mo, Josh? D what? Sa periodic table?
D6.
D6. Iron 2 plus naman siya, so no problem tayo, no? D6 talaga siya. So, if that is D6, so you have 6 electrons here. And then, what is water? So, anong type ng ligand yung water? It's a water.
Weak field?
Okay, kung weak field siya, anong mabubuo mong complex?
High spin.
High spin complex. So it promotes unpairing of electrons, no, or unpaired electrons. So kapag split siya, so automatic 6 ito na na ligand. So therefore, you'll have the octahedral splitting pattern. So once you have the octahedral splitting pattern, ang mga kulang mo lang dito, Josh, so ayan, babawasan kita. Kapag ganito kasi, Josh, kailangan mong indicate yung y-axis mo, no? So, dapat meron kang ganito. Ayan, energy. Ganyan. Kasi energy diagram eh. Tapos, talagyan mo to ng level. This is your T2G. Mali ako. Nasa baba dapat ang T2G. Yeah. So, you have the EG level sa taas and then the T2G level sa baba. Okay? So with that, you can easily see na this is a slow high spin complex, no? Since you have a weak field ligand na water. So ngayon, ilan yung unpaired mo? So check na tayo sa energy diagram. If we will notice here, we have 4 unpaired electrons. Ito yon. So if that is the case, paano mo nakuha tong 2/5 delta oct? Kailangan ko muna itong makuha. How did you get the negative 2/5 delta oct?
Yung kung sulat po natin yung ulit. T2G tsaka EG.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wait lang.
Sige, parang i-check ko lang para make sure na yung mga susunod na items mo, matatama mo sila. O, may bawas ka lang sa energy diagram. So, kasi hindi kompleto yung energy diagram mo eh.
One, two.
Yan. How do we calculate again?
Yung 5, na 5 na eh. May 5.
Anong 5?
5 na electrons po.
5 na Paano nagkaroon ng 5 na electrons?
May nag-achieve na siya ng half field stability earlier.
Tapos,
D5. Isa pong electron dito.
oh. And then, paano mo nakuha yan? Yung negative 2/5 delta oct? How did you get that?
CFSE is...
Yan, correct. Actually, yung CFSE yan. Paano mo na-calculate yung CFSE? Oh, naturo ko yan sa'yo.
Ilang.
Mhm.
CFSE.
Paano kunin ang CFSE ulit? Ayan, para review na rin natin ito.
For every electron sa T2G, minus 2/5.
Ayan, very good. Nakaganyan. Or ang akin kasi ang ginamit ko ay 0.6 saka 0.4 eh.
Ano po,
Diba,
the mathematician. Don't use decimals. They are inaccurate. Also the scientist. I don't care.
0.6 delta oct and then negative 0.4 delta oct. Ganyan yan, right? And then, how do you calculate? Paano siya naging negative 2/5? Just show me, how did you get the negative 2/5?
1. So, nagka-cancel out na po tong 5. Kasi 3 na negative 2/5
Correct.
plus 2 na 3/5. So, 0.
Correct.
So, may isa na lang.
May negative 2/5 ka. Okay, correct. Okay, yan pala yung sinasabi mo kanina. Okay, good. Eh, bakit 3 siya, Josh, hindi 4? Di ba dapat 4 yan?
Yung ano ba?
4 electron siya eh.
Ay, hindi po, yun po yung 5. Tapos, in-exclude ko muna po yung isa.
Oh, sige, wait lang ha.
Ito po yung sa half field stability before it. Tapos, may isa pong extra na electron.
Sige, check ko lang din. Just to confirm lang, no, kung tama ang ating pattern or tama yung pattern mo, no. So, that is 4 times negative 0.4 delta oct, no. Tapos ito 2 times 0.6 delta oct. So, bali 1.2 ito. Oh, what happened? Wala. Naririnig mo pa ako, Josh?
Abo.
Hindi ko lang po alam. Baka sa amin brown out. Pero, mukhang may generator po at power dito. Wait lang ha. This is 0.6, 1.2. Ay, asa na yung aking clear. 1.2 minus 0.4 times 4. Negative 0.4. Negative, clear. Check ko lang ha. Negative 2/5. Okay, correct. Same tayo. This will end up with negative 0.4 delta oct. Correct. So, ayan. Tapos, bakit nga ulit may PIC ka?
Paired.
Okay, good. Pair. So, saan yung paired mo? Nasa ang level?
Sa T2G.
T2G. Very good. Tapos, bakit ilang pi e yan? Bakit 4 pi e? Why do you have 4 pi e there?
Exchange bilang. So, yung sa T2G, tatlo. 1, 2,
Very
3,
good.
4.
Mhm.
Tsaka, 1, 2, 3. Tapos ano sa pi E, 1.
Okay, kaya 4 pi e. So, sa baba sa T2G, tatlo lang yun na ano ha? Na pi C ha? Pi e ha? Hindi apat or what. So, pero may isa ka pa kasing pi e dito. So, 1 pi e at saka 3 pi e here. Okay? Okay, so we're good. Ayan, so masusundan mo na yung mayroon pa pala yung micro S. Ang micro
Bro.
S dahil ilan yung unpaired mo? Ilan ang unpaired mo, Josh? Sa micro S?
Apat.
Apat. So, ang formula natin ay square root of n times n plus 2. Tama ba ako?
So, square root of 24.
Correct. So, that will be 4.9. Very good. So, 4.9. So, we have here, sige, tiga ano to, no? Ito kasi ay, letter B na to, no? Number 2. So, sige, tig to 2 points tayo dito. Ang bawat diagram mo, bali ilan yung hinahanap? Apat. So, you'll have here 0.5, 0.5. So, ito, dahil wala kang mga label, bibigyan kita dito ng 0.4. Tapos ito, yan, 0.5. Tapos ito, tama ka din dito, no? 0.5. Tapos unpaired, of course, 0.5 as well. So we have 1.9 for letter A. Okay na. Sige, 1.9 for letter A. Okay, we'll proceed now to letter B. So, ayan, lagyan ko ng ano dito, letter B. Dito ka na sa kabila.
Bakit po naka-wavy line? I'm very curious.
Wala lang. Para at least alam kong same part sila. Kapag straight line, different part na siya. Wala lang, pattern lang.
Where is the, ayun, there. Octahedral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it happens to be FE3. I think FE3 po is more common than FE2. Or no?
You're given for letter B is FECN 6, 3 minus. So that will be 3,
yung
3 plus.
FE3 plus po is it more common than FE2 plus?
Yeah, I think so. By Earth's crust composition. Though mixture kasi yan sa Earth's crust. Try natin hanapin. Alam ko na, tanong mo na to dati, no? Confirm ulit natin. FE3 plus ang mas common.
Bro! So I was correct.
Kasi mas stable siya yung FE3 plus.
Maybe this explains it.
Bakit stable ang FE3 plus? Tingin mo?
Half filled.
Very good. Half filled stability. Yun yung pinaka-ano natin. Explanation. Very good.
Why did I label the upper one? Why did I label the upper one T2G?
Similar sa ginawa ko kanina.
Why? How could I make such
We
a
don't know.
silly mistake? Wait, what's the CN?
Very similar yan ha. You'll have to show the energy diagram, the number of unpaired, LFSE, and then the micro S. Ayan, nag-close din ako ng mga ano ko, ng aking, ano ang tawag dito? Nagbawas ako ng aking mga tabs. Check ko lang din kung naman siguro nag-brown out.
Okay. FLFS.
Oh. Wala. Napansin ko lang nagbabago pala yung lights from white to yellow.
Mat, bakit mo?
Nating yung lights dito sa ano, from
Green.
white to yellow. Akala ko kasi nawalan ng kuryente. Open the PC.
Tama. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. One, two, three, four.
Buti hindi pa malakas, Josh, yung ulan dyan. Dito sa amin medyo malakas na.
Di ko po alam kung malakas yung ulan sa dito.
Kasi nasa ano ka loob.
Ano po eh, tagan. Mahina na nung bumalik.
Wait, let me check sa amin. Madilim pa rin sa amin eh. Okay. Kaya ano, medyo chinecheck ko din yung connection ko pero mukhang okay naman. I don't know if you can hear the heavy rains.
Hindi po. Wait lang. Ano kasi, medyo naliputo. Bakit nandito 3 pi c? Wait lang. Strong field. D5. 1, 2, 3.
Heavy rains lang sa
Sabi
amin.
nga ba eh.
Though yung winds, carry naman. Okay naman siya.
Yan po.
You're good with letter B na?
Opo.
No, continue mo na. Kasi may pattern ka na eh. Sabi ko, di ba, letter A lang muna yung gagawin natin. So that you can have a pattern for C hanggang E. Sige. Continue hanggang C, D, E. C, D, E.
C. C. 17. WCO6. Octahedral din.
Okay, so let's move. Ayan. Letter C na tayo. Wait, sulat ko lang din yung given complex. Sige, go ahead. Just continue, Josh, yung ginagawa mo. F, E, C, and 6, 3 minus for letter B. Tapos for letter C, we have WCO6. Excuse me.
Bakit ba't iba po yung nilagay ko? Baka antok
Ay,
na ako.
hindi ko alam.
Nakasulat po dito 2 square root of 3. But it's clearly impossible. Okay.
So you're now in letter C. Mamaya natin i-check yan kung tama yung mga sagot mo for B, C, D, and E. Hopefully, we can finish today kahit hanggang 3 or 4, no?
Hindi dapat matapos po natin yun kasi madali na naman yung iba.
Yeah. Yung number 4, color lang to, more on assigning lang.
Tama naman. Ay, ano to? Ito po, tetrahedral or square planar? That is the question. Tang 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 tang.
You can easily detect kung ano yan, tetrahedral or square planar.
Unfortunately, I do not fall for that anymore.
Letter D is FeCl4 2 minus.
Anong tawag po dito? Tito Ginen? Oh no, I forgot. Wait.
Actually, halos ganyan din yung ano.
I forgot.
Yeah. It's still the same, T2GEG.
But what's the order? Oh no, wait lang po. Parang baliktad eh. Parang ganito yata. I don't know. Baka maano po ko dyan, madeduct pa ko dahil sa nakalimutan ko yung name. Kasi dapat yung split dito.
For number...
The split is also for 9. The split is also ano? Wait. I need to think about this first.
How low will your EG level go down? It's the same pa rin. Nagbago lang yung levels na umangat. It's
So,
still
baliktad.
0.6 and 0.4. No, 0.6 and 0.4 pa rin.
Okay, so 0.6 para sa EG.
T2G.
Ay, hindi, T2G pala. Hindi, baliktad pala po. Negative 6 para sa EG. Plus 4. Okay. Isa na lang sa minus 0.4. Minus 0.4. What?
Yeah, 0.6 for the T2G and then negative 0.4 for the EG level.
Negative 6 over 10. Negative 0.6. So, negative 0.6 times. Okay, let's hope this is correct. Once again, is this square planar or is this
Let's see.
tetrahedral? This could actually be square planar, but then I am not sure. Tsaka na pala po tong nickel carbonyl na tawag doon. Yung kung na-inhale niyo po, di ba?
Tetracarbonyl nickel.
Opo, yung nickel po will be absorbed, mas gusto niya po sa oxygen. Ay, hindi sa oxygen. Sa ano natin tawag doon? Kasing babind na. May babind po siya sa blood. Okay, so here, scandium 3 plus has lost all of its d electrons, so there's no d electron to possibly excite, so therefore it cannot have any color. Here, titanium 3 plus has still one d electron, so it can still be excited, so it can still emit color when that electron is de-excited. Here in E, nickel tetracarbonyl has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8 d electrons, 2s. So that will split into 2 T2 and E of the tetrahedral splitting. So 2 0 unpaired electrons. So there is no magnetic there's no magnetism. Actually, technically, it has magnetism. It is diamagnetic. It's not paramagnetic. Since there are no paired electrons. There are no unpaired electrons. The LFSE is negative 4/5 delta tetrahedral because there are the 5 of the electrons in both T2 and E will cancel. And then there are 2 in the T2 and in the E level. So that is 2 times minus 6, 12, then plus 6, negative 4/5 delta T plus 3 Pisces, and there are 3 paired and 5 exchange energy. Here in 4, the delta octahedral is much greater than delta tetrahedral, so therefore cobalt tetrachloride will have the smallest delta, so therefore it will have the highest energy color, which is blue. And since NH3 is greater than H2O on the spectroscopy as spectro series, then CONH3 is the yellow complex, and CO cobalt hexa aqua cobalt is the pink complex. Then finally here another two more questions. 5 delta T freezing is equal to 1.86 degrees Celsius per molal, which is the freezing point depression factor times the molality of the solution times the Van Hoff factor, which is 1 plus A, which we assume to be 1 times n minus 1. N is the number of ions that particular substance dissociates into. So here I is approximately 2.007, so therefore n is approximately 2. So therefore this complex and counter-anion dissociates into two ions. So this is the structure. And then finally here, Cr, chromium, hexaquachromium is D4. So in the octahedral field, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons. So the top two orbitals, dx squared minus y squared and dz squared, are degenerate. So the Anteller effect will not allow this to happen. So the more common distortion is elongation, so that will increase the dx squared minus y squared energy and decrease the dz squared energy by putting less pressure on the dz squared and putting even more pressure on the dx squared minus y squared. So the one electron will go to the dz squared and will not randomly jump since from the degenerated dz squared and dx squared minus y squared orbitals. Yes. So therefore, this complex will elongate about the z-axis, the axial axis. Okay, so this is the Jahn-Teller elongation. Right, that's it. Bye. Yan po.
Ayun. So, n equals to, kanina n equals 4 yung sagot mo kasi 3.5. So, it changes everything, no? So, make sure careful ka dito, Diyos, sa mga ganito. that is your ion talaga. So you'll have a complex ion and a chloride ion. So yung dalawang chlorine will be part of the complex, and then the remaining chloride ion will be a counter ion. So yan ngayon yung sagot sa number 5. Sige, go ahead. Number 6 na tayo para we can finish this. So for number 6, ang tanong diyan ay yung perchlorate daw. Mare-replace ng thiocyanate. Ano nangyayari dun sa complex?
Okay, so macrocyclic ligand with 4 donor atoms produces a red diamagnetic low spin D8 complex. Okay. Okay, I see. So, yung nickel, macrocyclic ligand, tapos ang 4 donor atoms. Possibly square planar. Kung square planar siya, yes, it does make sense. D8 na D8 complex of Ni2, diba? Tapos ang low spin, yes.
Low
Tsaka
spin D8 complex.
diamagnetic. Kasi all 8 electrons are paired sa square planar.
Okay, good. D8. Okay, correct. That's your square
Actually,
planar.
diamagnetic siya.
Good.
When yung SCN is added, mananknock off nitong. At actually pala, may perchlorate pa.
Si perchlorate ano siya?
Weakly coordinating siya eh. So baka effectively, ano pa rin, still effectively square planar. Kasi halos wala po siyang magawa eh. Pero kung ngayon, na-introduce na yung SCN, SCN is a strongly coordinating, wait lang, N-bonding. N-bonding kasi SCN. Hindi, S-bonded pala eh.
So from square planar na convert into what?
Tetrahedral. So ngayon na tetrahedral, octahedral. So ngayon na octahedral na siya. Kasi yung ano pa yung SCN sa weak field din. So
Magiging
magto 2 unpaired. So it'll become paramagnetic.
Okay, good. So actually ito
Yes.
ganyan ang explanation ko din, no? So you'll have this one is paramagnetic, diamagnetic rather. This is diamagnetic. And then this will be paramagnetic already. Good. So ayan, nakuha mo naman yung explanation for number 6. This is 1 point as well. Last item tayo. This is the last item for today. Yay! Wow, natapos natin lahat. Yan. Medyo overtime lang tayo ng konti. Pero at least natapos natin.
7 na.
Ayan, sorry at nag-overtime tayo ng konti, Josh.
Okay po yun.
Go ahead. How about sa number 7? Number 7, ang given mo na complex ay hexa aqua chromium 2. So, gawan mo muna yan. Ano muna si aqua? Weak field or strong field?
Weak field. Okay,
So
wait lang.
automatic, ano to?
Ayan. So, CR chromium OH, octahedral din siya, syempre.
Okay, octahedral siya. Good.
Also, high spin D4 siya eh. Okay. So, octahedral. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, itong DC squared and DX squared by squared. They can switch, may exchange.
Chromium is
Degenerate
chromium,
ko yun.
chromium 2 plus.
Apo,
Scandium, titanium,
D4.
vanadium, chromium. D4, correct.
So, itong DC, but ito pong 1 electron sa taas, degenerate.
Mm-mm.
So, yan Taylor effect dapat magaganon sila. So, yung mas common po is elongation yata? Yung
Correct. Elongation. Elongation ang mas common.
tsaka
Yan,
yung
yung
mga
nasa
egg
eggshell
basket.
mo. Okay, good.
Para,
Yung eggshell
para
mo,
tumaas po yung, para tumaas yung DC squared.
very good. Pero ano muna yung, okay, good, D4 siya. Yun yung mahalaga, kailangan ma-establish mo muna either D4 or D9 eh. Yun yung mga strong ang Yan-Teller effect, correct?
Opo.
So what will happen to your What will happen to your splitting? Sige, gawa ka ng bagong splitting.
Tataas ngayon yung DC squared.
Si DC squared ang tataas? Mas less repulsion pag nag-elongate ka, Josh.
Ay, yung si DX squared Y squared pala yung tataas.
Yan. Tsaka kasi tignan mo, mas lalapit kasi dyan yung mga mo eh. Actually, hindi siya lalapit kahit remaining siya. Ngayon, yung DC squared mo, dahil nag-elongate siya, Josh, what will happen to your DC squared? Lumayo dun sa metallic center mo. So if that will move further from your metallic center, you'll have less repulsion. So pag less repulsion, mas stable siya. Yung DC squared mo ngayon bababa. So nasaan yung electron, Josh?
Dito, DC squared.
Okay, sige, very good, tama. Yan na ngayon yung magiging bago niyang, ano ang tawag dyan? New splitting diagram niya.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that is that's the shortcut explanation for this. So ang nangyayari is ganito. Usually Josh, kapag pinapresent namin yan, pag ganito siya, lalagyan mo lang ng arrow in between. So D4 will produce Yan-Teller effect or Yan-Teller distortion. So this will promote Yan-Teller distortion. Therefore, elongation. Yan, lalagyan mo ngayon ng case ni Yan-Teller. Kasi 'di ba dalawa ang case mo ng Yan-Teller, either elongation or what? Distortion. So para kapag nag-elongation ka, Josh, mas tataas ngayon yung dx squared minus y squared then dz squared. Or pwedeng ganito yung pattern mo. Yan, ganyan na siya. So this is your dz squared, dx squared minus y squared. Okay? So ayun. So this is another 1 point. Wow, pambawi mo pala talaga to ha.
So,
Total
how many
natin.
po? How many?
Wait, wala kang mali sa dito eh. So 1, 2, 2. Alam mo dito, bigyan kita ng 1 point supposed to be ito kasi ito yon no? Pero dahil mali yung una mong nakuha, ginaid lang kita, chinek kita. Sige, 0.8 ka dito. Ilan na tayo? 1, 2, 2.8, 3.8, 4.8, 4.8, plus 5.9. 4.8 plus 5.9. 10.7 ka dito. 10.7 over, this is, ilan to lahat? Ilang items yung nasa baba? Check natin, Josh, ha? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over 15. 10.7 over 15. This is not bad. This is a really good score. This is for part F.
Ay, yung ano po, yung buo po, buong exam.
Ito na. Calculate natin, ha. Mahaba yung complexes, Josh. Challenging siya kapag ni-review mo. Tapos isasama mo pa yung mga you'll start your comprehensive exam from metals, if I'm not mistaken, dun ka mag-i-start eh. Yung kay Sir James. Part E. Naku po, part F ka na. Part F. Ilan yung part F mo? 10.7 out of 15. Ang total items, Josh, ay total items muna tayo, ha. 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 6 plus 30. 86. Over 86 to lahat. So doon, ano kaya ang score mo? Over 86. Ang score mo, Josh, ay 18 over 20 ka dun sa true or false. Tapos 9.4 sa part 2A. Sa part 2B, 9.05.
Ilan po? 10. 9 point ano po? 9.05. Plus 10.
Tapos, anong 10?
Po.
18 to 9.4, 9.05. Tapos sa part C mo,
18 over?
18, 20.
Ayan.
Sa true or false yun eh. Sa part 2A mo, 9.4 over 10. Sa part 2B, 9.04. Ay, 05 rather. Over 10. Sa part C mo, 7 out of 10. Tapos sa part D, 6 out of 6. Perfect mo yung part D. Isomerism yata ito eh. Tapos sa part E, 14 over 15. Tapos sa part F, 10.5 over 15. Wow, ang taas ng score mo, 73.95. Considering na yan ha, maraming multiple items yan. 73.
At least it's still over 0.85.
Divide 86. Yeah, 85.98 or approximately 86%. Apparently, that's our total items then, no? Total points rather, over 86. 85.99. Wow, this is a good score, 86. Considering this is a very big topic to cover, no? And actually, we covered a lot of topics already for coordination chemistry, Josh. So definitely, hindi na bago sa'yo ang coordination chem ha. Kapag na-meet mo ito ulit ha, nag-ana chem tayo, Josh. Kunwari, pa-calculate ako sa'yo ng KF. Dapat alam mo na ha. So, sa Anachem yan. Pero after ng PChem mo, siguro pag nasa meet ka na ng PChem, pwede na tayong mag-advance ng in-org, no? So, ang advance in-org naman, actually, Josh, ang nakulang mo na lang sa in-org ay yung, I don't know if you know this already, symmetry and point group. Hindi pa natin na-discuss yun eh. Symmetry and point group. Parang kamukha niya yung mga stereochem. Parang ganon. Okay? Pero we're studying the symmetry of molecules. Tapos, hard and soft acid-base. So, yung acid-base theories mo, so far kasi hindi pa ganun ka steady or ka solid yung foundation mo with acids and bases. So we'll have first your Anachem then, daanan natin yon para mas solid yung concept mo ng acids and bases. That's the reason why yung acid and bases theories ng inorganic, hindi muna natin in-include kasi medyo advanced yon. Tapos, ano pa ba yung mga hindi mo pa nakukuha sa advanced inorg? A little bit of quantum. So, atoms, babalikan lang din natin yan. A little bit. Kasi majority naman nakuha mo na. More on ano na to, Josh, the atomic theory na talaga. Atomic structure, quantum model. Okay? Naka-quantum model ka na. So, pwede ko nang ituro sa'yo yung basic ng quantum theory. Okay? So, after na yan ng PChem mo, pag medyo midway ka na, ng PChem. Basta matapos mo lang yung mga thermodynamics, okay na ako doon, solve na ako doon. Maintindihan mo na directly yung PChem. And then last one will be coordination, pero yung mas advanced topics. Like yung, hindi naman na, wala na mga 18 electron, baka balikan na lang natin yan, ma-review mo lang siya. More on reactions na lang. Yun na lang yung naiiwan mo. Reactions ng coordination compounds.
Pero even though po, at least good score. Yay.
Yeah, that's a really good score considering na mahirap talaga yung topic.
If not good enough po for Singapore, I will be kicked out.
Really?
Kick out po.
Hindi ang hirap kaya ng topic. Alam nila mahirap yung topic na yan. Anyway, thank you so much Josh for today, no? So, I'll see you. Wait lang. Iniisip ko, yung next topic pala natin sa Tuesday, kailangan ko pala magpadala na sa'yo, no? Try natin tapusin, gawa tayo ng simulations. At least, kung 2 hours tayo. Mga 4 na. Pero habang counted na yung review mo dito, ha? Dapat, pag nagsa-simulation tayo, nagre-review ka din sa free time mo. Kasi counted na yung mo. So, within 2 weeks from now, you'll be having your comprehensive exam. So, siguro magbigay tayo ng tentative date, Josh, para lang alam mo.
So
November.
my life will be completely ruined.
So, din yun, no? So, two sessions kasi 50 items. Ganun pa rin. You'll be given 2 hours for first 50, then 2 hours for the next 50. So, baka ito, Josh, kung kunwari ngayon ay October 29, November 17 and 19, or November 24 and 26, Josh. Ganon. Okay? Clear? Clear tayo, Josh? O third week or fourth week yan ng ng November, ha? Anong coverage? Starting from tinuro ni Sir James, yung mga condensed phase. Okay? Sige. Okay, thank you so much, Josh, and I'll see you Tuesday. Simulations tayo sa Tuesday. Yun? Start na ng lab. Okay?
Thank you po.
Okay, finally makapag-lab tayo. Pero hindi pa muna hands-on. Yung hands-on, gawa muna ako ng kausapin ko pa yung dad mo kasi kailangan yung maghanap dyan ng mga kunwari, red cabbage, mga ganon. Okay? So, kaya lamp? May lamp ba dyan? Pwede naman siguro LPG. Pwede na yun. Pang burn mo. Okay? So, pang-controlin na lang natin yung light or amount of heat. Sige. Thank you so much, Josh. Stay safe, ha? Ingat.
Bye-bye po.
Sige. Mm-hmm.